Mississippi, Davis-Wade Stadium, where they've got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. The Sooners will boot it away to start the game. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs return team didn't help matters out much there. Here he comes, and obviously a defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
And the sack all the way back at the 5. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy, because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Catch in the middle. It's Paul. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Let's see what they've got on second down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Off the play fake on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Hands it off. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early.
It's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Offense set on first down. Running back goes in motion. Now on the option. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, being a business.
Afterburners coming. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And the Sooners look to do some damage in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
Makes the catch. It's Little. The tackle is made, but he's got it. First and goal from the 6.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these third and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a first and goal.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown Sooners!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They marched 56 yards to the end zone, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Power football with the run. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. It'll be third and short from their own 33. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He leaves it with the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. And they can't make the connection.
Offenses know and work on it all week. Third downs. We got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this third down. It could come back to bite them.
Hauls it in at the 25. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. And now the offense will come onto the field again. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Was to pass. Finds his man. It's Reinbold. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to get it through the air. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding you just got to jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. No fair catches here, looking for room. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Paul. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact, so it's okay.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds his tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. Splits the uprights. Good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Sam Houston was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen in Huntsville over the years. It's a win, but it honestly lacked any real style points. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing and build this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Oklahoma quarterbacks have been big factors in Heisman Trophy races, and they don't just do it with their arms.
No, and I tell you what, the offensive system, it seems like it changes over the years, but one thing is always consistent. They're going to feature. They're going to feature what the quarterback does well, and we've seen some freaks through the years. You mentioned Heisman trophies, Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield, but whoever it is always has a ton of success.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball.
Lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Sooners will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to get the first through the air. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. That'll be enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 48. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Working that left side now. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. To the air on first down. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance. Now on second down after the incompletion. They want to just keep throwing it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On the run, fires downfield. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got it behind the line. It's Little. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He's got his man. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. Oh, it's a fake. Lets it fly. And the pass hits. Picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. There was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big play.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Wants to fire on second down. Complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Finds the tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Going up top on first down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Oh, he wants it all. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Man.
And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Starkville. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Davis-Wade Stadium.
Kick off and start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Paul.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then the offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
That's caught. It's Little. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football game. So the quarterback play on those completions that move the sticks, that make you play 3 more plays, 4 more plays, 5 more plays, and just wear you out.
Pressure coming. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Sooners send out the punt unit. After that last fake, I think we know why he's a punter. All the way back to the 15. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Fighting off the defender. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Getting some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Sooner offense returns to the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
After the incompletion, they go back up top, looking to scramble. He'll try to do it himself. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, the ground game. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
He finds his man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And the Bulldogs want to pick up the tempo. They'll go to the counter. Fights off a defender. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
All kinds of running room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, and just push the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
Here comes the offense on second down. He'll pull it down. Really nice job by this sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down with the run.
These guys aren't human either. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's second down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And the defense comes up with the sacks. And this defense has been dialed in all day. Really good job. This offense is going to have to find something different, do something to try to stretch this D and make them feel uncomfortable.
Got his man on the right. At the 35, he's got room. Just outside the red zone. If they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22. I don't think he was the primary receiver on the play, but when you get that open, you become the primary target.
You ain't lying. A great job. Credit to the quarterback seeing it, because you have your primary guy you want to go to first. He sees him wide open, delivers the strike. That's the guy you should hit, the guy that's open. Don't get hung up on that first guy all the time.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. What a snag by the defense. Strikes the blow. Past the 50. The 30. At the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Mississippi State. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. A first down for the offense. They think there's room to run to the right here. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Makes a grab enough for the first. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
At the 40, there he goes. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. On second down, he'll let it fly. Finds his man down the middle.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
Second down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. 2 of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th.
14, Mississippi State.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got...
And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. The offense starts with a short field. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Game completed. Second down.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. The throw to the outside is complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Sooners are threatening in the red zone. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Little. Keeps the legs moving.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Sooners! They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. TCU rolled to victory in front of those fans in Fort Worth who had the Go Frogs hand sign up for 60 minutes. Super Frog was flexing all game too. As complete a win as they've had for some time. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Fires to the big fella. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Looking at a 2nd and short now. They'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Makes his connection. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. They're going to throw it again. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. The Bulldogs moving quickly to the line. Trying to find his man on 1st down. It's on target and complete. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. 3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And they can get it to a 1-score game here, but they'll still need the ball back. And it's right down the boulevard.
Well, they make the kick. They're now within a possession, but they don't have any timeouts left. So you're expecting them to come out here in an onside formation. And let's see what happens. This is going right down to the wire.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Fires to the right. And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far. Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touch.
He caught it. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there getting set. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. After this, it'll be a wrap. Wants to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see.